Hello, this is a child green through black belt class. It is Wednesday, April 29th. Hope you guys are having a great week. Hope you guys have been enjoying the sparring training that we've been doing. Okay, we're going to continue on that theme today. As always, make sure you guys get a good warm-up in before we get started. It's very important to be really stretched out before we train. Okay, now you're all done with your warm-ups. Let's review. So this week we worked a lot of footwork, okay? And then yesterday we started incorporating parrying. We're going to skip the footwork right now because you've had 2 days nonstop of footwork. So now we're jumping right back into parrying. We're going to review what we did yesterday and we're going to build on that. Okay, so the first part of this here, Senpai Bailey and I face each other. Senpai. Okay, so as I'm throwing these punches towards Bailey, remember parrying is literally just a subtle little deflection of a technique. Keeping that technique away from your face. Your hand is making a very small movement right here in front of the face. We're not chasing the techniques down. So we're using a mirror image side. When I throw that jab, it comes right across. 1, 2, 10. Okay, we're going to do 10 of these in a row. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 10. Then when I throw the back punch again, he's going to parry across. Very small movement. Just this subtle area right here. 1, 2, 3, 10. Okay, easy enough, right? So now we put them together. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 10. Very good. So we did 10, 10, and then 10, 1, 2s. Easy, right? But now the punch is coming into the body. So I'm throwing that punch down here. Now, what we don't want to do is we don't want to chase that hand down like this. If Bailey chases that hand, first I'm going to throw that punch, and I see him chase it. Ooh. Throw another one, I see him chase it. Ooh. Bang! Okay, and I'm going to set him up. I see him dropping his hands, leaving his face exposed. So how do we deflect or protect against a punch to the midsection without dropping our hands? We use our elbows, okay? So the elbows. So what we're going to do is we're going to parry, but with our elbows. They simply clear our center line, just like this. Just clear the center line, just like this. Just coming across the body, okay? So when I'm here, it's still a mirror image side. I'm throwing a punch to his body. Now notice I'm not dropping my hands and punching like a rock'em sock'em robot. Every punch still starts and ends at the face. 1, 2, 3, 10, okay? And every once in a while, guys, that person's going to catch you with an elbow right on the knuckles. Whew. Not a bad idea to have your gloves on for this, okay? Now I'm going to do the back. 1, 2. Notice every punch starts in my face and ends in my face. 3, 10. Now I'm going to do 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 10. Very good. So, again, he's just clearing the center line. His hands aren't dropping at all. So we did 10 with the left, 10 with the right, and 10, 1, 2s. Now we're going to put everything together, the highs and the lows. So we're going to do it a full combination. Turn sideways, please. The other way. Get in your stance more. Exaggerate. You're standing a little neutral. Okay? So we're going 1, up, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. That's 10, because I don't know how to count. Anyway, so you guys get the drill. Go ahead, get your 10 reps in right there. Awesome. Now, we're going to take it to the next level. We're going to have a little fun with this, okay? We're going to react. We're going to react. The key here is I'm going to start slow, throwing front punches, back punches, body shots. I'm going to start slow. He has to react. It's okay if he kind of brings both the elbow and the hand across sometimes. That's fine. Kind of protecting everything, all right? Just the key here is don't overreact. Ready? Okay, we're going to go for about 30 seconds. I want you to do 4 sets of these, 30 seconds each. Ready? Don't chase down. Don't overreact. It's a hard drill. It's a hard drill. Oh, you're chasing. Ready? Oh, you're chasing. Okay, it's challenging, guys. You're going to have some fun with it, and that's okay. It's important to have fun with your training. And if it wasn't hard, you wouldn't necessarily be learning. So here, we're going to do it my way here. Ready? Senpai Bailey's going to come at me. Doesn't matter. If I don't have to reach out, His punch is, back up. If his punch is there, I don't need to reach it. It never hit me, right? Ready? Okay. The one thing that you notice, guys, even when, get up, knucklehead, even when I missed, or if I wasn't perfect or right on, you didn't see my hands chase. And that's key, is training and conditioning yourself not to chase with the hand, but to clear with the elbow. And if you're not perfect, it's okay, as long as you deflect it. The idea here is you're trying not to let that strike hit you clean. All right, guys, before we get into the next set of drills, I want to talk to you guys about something. Today, in my Facebook memories popped up a really cool memory, and it was pictures from my very first Tough Mudder. That's right, I ran my very first Tough Mudder 8 years ago today. Now, I've done 4 total Tough Mudders, I've done 3 Spartan races, I've done a bunch of other races, but when I did the Tough Mudder the first time, this was a monumental feat for me. Having asthma, running is not necessarily my forte. In fact, I like to say that I learned how to fight so that I didn't have to run. But I really, really felt this challenge. I was compelled to do this Tough Mudder. I wanted to challenge myself. So I set my goals to do that Tough Mudder, and I succeeded. I'm still alive to talk about it, so that's a win, right? But let's talk about that. What I want to talk to you guys about today, and you guys have heard me talk about this before, is goal setting and how you need to apply goal setting to every aspect of your lives. But before we can talk about goal setting, we have to understand the difference between dreams and goals. Okay, first of all, dreams and goals are things that we all want to accomplish, have, attain, whatever, get to, okay? The big difference, though, is dreams we let happen and goals we make happen. For example, I want to be filthy rich one day. I want to have millions of dollars. I want to have enough money to do what I want to do, take care of my family, donate money to charity, and just never have to worry about money again. That's what I want. But right now, that's just a dream for me because I don't know how I'm going to do that other than playing the lottery. However, if I came up with a plan of action of how I was going to do it and turn it into a goal, well, that's different. Right now, it's just a dream. Do dreams come true? They can. But you're not actively involved in having them come to fruition. So now, if I want to set a goal like I did for the Tough Mudder, the first step is very important. Decide on your goal. What do you want to do? Well, I want to do that Tough Mudder. Then you have to ask yourself, why is that goal important to you? Well, for me, it was important because I wanted to push my limits. I wanted to challenge myself to do something I never before imagined possible. Okay? So it was important to me. Once you know it's important to you, you work that much harder for it. 3, you have to have a time frame. When do you want to do this for? By. When do you want to do it by? That was easy for me because Tough Mudder set the date. It was April 29th, 2012. Okay? So that was awesome. Date set. And the last part here, I had to come up with a plan of action of how I was going to make it actually happen. That was not easy. It was not as simple as signing up for it. I had to go out and I had to train. I knew I had to run, and I hate running, and I had to run a lot, and I had to add mileage almost every day. I had to get myself in better shape. I got on a better diet. I started losing weight. I started working out more and more and more and more and more. And when it came to that Tough Mudder, guys, let me tell you, it was 27 degrees that day. I was scared. It was cold. The water obstacles were frozen. They had electric shock obstacles. You had barbed wire fences. You had, it was crazy. But I attacked it. I was scared to death, but I attacked it. And because of my preparation, because of my goal setting, because of my commitment, because of my training, I was able to finish that Tough Mudder. And it was exhausting and painful and brutalizing and exhilarating because I accomplished a goal that I never before thought possible. Now, this goal setting technique, you can apply to every aspect of your life. Apply it to work or school. Apply it to sports. Apply it to martial art training. Apply it to relationships at home. Apply it in every aspect of your life. But to successfully set goals, 1, decide on your goal. 2, ask yourself why it's important. 3, come up with a date. When do you want to do this by? 4, have a plan of action. And finally, commit to it. And when you make that commitment, you let nothing stop you from accomplishing that goal. Goals versus dreams. Goals we make happen, dreams we let happen. Go get your goals, guys. I want everybody to come up with at least 3 goals. 1 for school, 1 for martial arts, and 1 whatever you want. And feel free. Follow the steps and feel free to share it with me. I would love to see what your goals are. All right, guys, now we're going to move on. We're gonna get back to our sparring training. So we've done a lot of parrying, we've done footwork. Now let's talk about angular movement. What I mean by that is when Senpai Bailey and I are sparring here, okay? And let's say I'm throwing a bunch of techniques at Bailey and I'm hitting him and don't move. I'm hitting him and I'm going to town on him. What I don't want to do is do all these combinations and then just stop. If I just stop here, now he's just gonna retaliate, okay? So what I need to do when I engage him is I need to keep engaging until either A, he's finished, or B, I move out of the way. I move. He's either finished, actually we could always clinch, okay? Finish him, clinch, or move. And when I move on an angle. What I mean here is, if I'm sparring Senpai Bailey here, and I'm done hitting him with combinations, boom, I'm off on an angle, because in order for him to retaliate, he has to turn and look at me. He has to turn and look at me to be able to retaliate. Joshi, can you make sure we're on the screen, please?
Who, Sensei?
Okay, so again, I throw my combination, bang, 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 and I move. He has to move to retaliate. I come again, boom, 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 boom. I move again, he has to do that. I can also use it as a defensive tactic. He's beating on me, I'm not gonna just stand here until he decides to stop. I can move on an angle to stop his attack, all by using angles. So here's your first drill, guys. I want you to do this in about 30-second sets, okay? You're going to work on just throwing little combinations at your partner, okay? No contact, and I want you to disengage moving on an angle. If your partner's training, you guys go back and forth with the combinations. If he's not training, he's just a punching dummy, right? Okay, so first, Senpai Bailey's not training. So I'm here, I'm just training, boom, 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 and I move, and he adjusts, and I come in again, bang, 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 and I move, and he adjusts. If he is training with me, boom, 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 and I move, and now it's his turn. And he moves on an angle, boom. Okay, now it's my turn. And I move on an angle. Now it's his turn. And then we move on an angle, okay? 4 rounds, 30 seconds. Just go ahead, back and forth with that, okay, guys? Awesome, that's just get used to the angular movement. Always come off on an angle. Now, it's time to get some conditioning in. You guys ready to get some conditioning in? Time to actually do some training with your partner, okay? So here we go, guys, and listen. Get a drink of water. This is gonna be 10 1-minute rounds with 30 seconds rest. I want you guys working your tails off. If you cheat, you're cheating yourself. Don't start the drill until I've explained what each of the rounds are. Okay, round 1, just footwork. We're moving again. Practice, think about your angles. Come in, come out, and so forth. Joshi, please. Okay, in and out, in and out. Okay, please make sure I'm on that camera. I was just off over here to the left. Okay, now, from there, that's round 1. Round 2, we're gonna keep moving. We're gonna do some parrying like we did before. Okay, random parrying. Senpai's gonna throw at me, I'm gonna throw at him. Now, granted guys, you don't have to go back and forth. If your partner's not actually training, they're just helping you, then he's throwing all the techniques. Okay, so I'm gonna start throwing all the techniques, but Senpai Bailey and I are both training. So we'll do about 10 and then we'll switch, okay? So we're here, we're moving around, boom. You gotta be parrying, Senpai Bailey. Boom, 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 boom.
This is already been before. No.
Okay, now it's his turn, he's coming at me. Okay, good. So you got 1-minute round of parrying drills. Now you got 1-minute round, movement, angles off sparring, okay? It's either just me or we're going back and forth, easy enough, just communicate with each other. Okay, I'm first. Now he's coming. Remember to do your angles. Okay, 1-minute round of sparring with angles. Now, the next 7 rounds, that's right, 7 1-minute rounds, 30 seconds rest. It's free flow sparring, no contact. I want you to be exhausted. This is conditioning, guys. I want you to get some exercise, okay? So here we go, 7 more rounds. Make sure you have a timer set. Ding, ding. We're working on all the concepts that we've been working. ankles, parrying, and so forth. 7 1-minute rounds. So to review, guys, 1 minute, just footwork. 1 minute, footwork with parrying. 1 minute, footwork with combinations and angles. 7 1-minute rounds of free sparring, no contact. Not a bad idea to have your gear on just so you don't accidentally make contact. Okay, guys, go get a great sweat. Keep working hard. As always, thank you for being Lima Strong. And we'll see you online tomorrow. Oos.